So detailed template. See, first of all, your resume has to have an objective so that the person who is reviewing your resume, they get to know the kind of job you are looking for. That doesn't mean you have to write my objective is this. In just one line or in some keywords, you can highlight certain things that we will cover when I show you my resume, so that people get to know that this is the kind of profile you would be interested in. Second thing, your resume top should have some basic details about you. For example, your phone number, your email, so that in case somebody, to somebody your resume looks really great and they want to contact you immediately, they should not get puzzled between your resume. There should be enough triggers for them to touch base with you immediately. And these days what is very very important is, your resume should have your LinkedIn profile link, so that if people want, they can get onto your LinkedIn profile. And for that, your LinkedIn profile has to be very very impressive. We will talk about it in the next module, but you should have your LinkedIn profile link in your resume itself. Third thing, like we discussed, your resume should have keywords. For sure, these keywords can be highlighted separately, or these keywords could be in the language of the way you are defining your summary or your experience. But when highlighted separately, the chances of people seeing them is very, very high. Fourth thing, your resume should have a profile summary. Now there are two options that I'll share with you in the summary, option one and option two, and I'll share, which one I like, which one is different in what manner. But there has to be a profile. This is like your hook, your 2, 3, 4 line statement, which will decide whether the hiring manager or whether the company who is evaluating your resume, whether they will go to the next section of your resume or not. So this is very very powerful. This is the hook that I was referring to in the last module. So when you write your profile summary, write it in terms of achievements, that what have you achieved in past rather than the kind of roles you have handled in past. Second important thing is, your profile summary, not many people know this, it has to be in past tense, because this you are showing the encapsulated experience of 5, 10 to whatever number of years you have. This has to be written in past tense. I have developed this, I created this, I led a team of this, right? So this has to be in past tense. Then comes your next section after profile summary, in which you have to write your employment history. Now if you have a very very elaborated experience, you got to be selective in highlighting the accomplishments across the organizations you have worked with, because typically even an experienced resume should not go beyond 2.5 to 3 pages, because if your resume is longer than that, then people think that your editing skills are not very good. Otherwise, typically 2.5 to 3 page maximum is good enough for any kind of resume. If you are a fresher, make sure you put enough information so that your resume goes at least to 1.5 to 2 pages. So 1.5 to 3 pages is the range in which a resume should operate. And when you are writing employment history, start from your current organization and then go into your previous experiences. uh, your recent experience where you are working currently, it has to be in the present tense, while the previous experiences has to be in the past tense, because recent is what you are doing right now, previous is what you have achieved in past. Okay. Then once you have done your employment history, then if you have won some awards, if you have some specific accomplishments, you should highlight that. Then we are talking about your education, you should highlight. It depends, if your education is very very significant, let's say if you are passed out from a tier 1 B school and tier A B school, then education can come above awards and accomplishments. So that's a call that you have to take. And then finally it should have your personal details, wherein you talk a little about your family background, you talk about your personal hobbies or whatever you want to highlight. So I repeat, the structure should be, your resume should have an objective, which shall be followed with basic details and LinkedIn profile link. Your resume should have keywords. There should be a profile summary section. Then it moves on to your employment history, then awards and accomplishments, then education and personal details. Okay, so that's how the overall structure looks like. Let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so here I am talking about the detailed template. Okay, so here I'll show you how I have structured my resume. I am not saying you copy it. You can be, you are free to choose your own templates. You are free to choose the way you want to showcase it. But this is something which has always worked for me. So this is how, my resume looks like. This is the top of my resume. On the left hand side, I have my photograph. And here, I talk about this highlights the objective of this resume, that I am looking for positions in corporate strategy, sales scale up, marketing, brand management, business advisory, CRM, and performance management. So these are my key skills, and at the same time, these are the skills which will thrill me to get into, right? Then I give a basic call to action by putting my details over here, and then we talk about my LinkedIn profile. I have given a link to my LinkedIn profile. Okay, so that's the top of your resume. Then we spoke about keywords. So let me show you how I have highlighted my keywords. You can choose again your own way of doing it, but I have ensured that they are highlighted enough just after the objective of my resume, so that in one glimpse a person should know what are my expertise. So this is how I have highlighted them in core competency. So corporate strategy and business advisory is one of the key skills I have. I have experience in setting up and scaling inside sales and online sales. I have experience in leadership and team building. I have experience in marketing and brand management. So this gives a good idea to the person who is evaluating the resume, that whether I fit into the kind of profile they are looking for or not. And this also shows that I have a broad kind of experience, so they can also pick and choose couple of segments if they are looking for a profile in those specific segments. Okay, then we move on to the next phase, which is your profile summary. How your profile summary should look like. This is option 1, which is the option that I typically use. So instead of having 2-3 lines of summary, I highlight my summary in such a fashion that if you look at it over here, so I call it profile at a glance, and here I am keeping things in bold which I want to be highlighted. Okay, and this in 5 or 6 lines I am sharing what is my overall experience, what have I achieved, and wherever possible I have tried to keep it in accomplishment mode rather than job profile role. So for example, enabled 100 plus B2B sales professional to chase an aggressive sales target of 100 CR, awarded among the most influential marketing technology leaders. Okay, led a full scale CRM migration for over 150 users, exponential increase in operational efficiencies with 50% cost reduction. So wherever possible, I have tried to relate my experience with the kind of accomplishments I have done for the organizations. I have highlighted the words which I want people to see it. So in one glimpse, you'll get to see keywords which I have highlighted, and this, these 5-10 lines can summarize my experience well in terms of whatever I want to showcase. And this has almost 99% of the time has worked for me. Second option for profile summary is this. You can also put your profile summary like this, which is, in 2 or 3 lines, you are actually explaining that. So again, I have created it for myself: sales and marketing strategy leader with over 16 years of experience, including 7 years in startup. And then I have highlighted things which I want people to see. So this is another fashion wherein in just 3 lines or 4 lines, I have highlighted my overall experience. So this is also an option which many of the people uses, and this is also one of the recommended option. However, personally, if you ask me, I like my option 1 and I use it almost all the times. Then I have a quick assignment for you. I want you to craft your own resume. align it with checklist which I shared with you in the detailed template. Whether you have all those elements in your resume, whether your resume is neat, clean, readable, it has a structure, it has keywords, just make sure you follow that complete template. Once you are done, in the comment section mention resume done, so that I'll get to know that yes, you have completed this exercise also. And one of the most critical things, guys, don't get into analysis paralysis. This is a very bad habit, which is you will create your resume but you will not release it. You will keep on improving it on a daily basis. See, version 1 is always better than version none. So make sure you create your first resume, put it out in the market, let people review it for 5, 10, 15 days. If you don't get response, then you start analyzing and improving what needs to be changed in the resume. But give people enough time to review it, and don't get into analysis paralysis. You will have enough time to keep improving your resume, but get it out in the market. Wherein so this exercise you do today, and you check your video resume module that I have created tomorrow. First, today you spend your time in creating this resume, and make sure you put resume done in the comments, and then you review the module wherein I talk about video resume, the structure, the template of it. Thank you so much. Thanks.